Alright, what's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. And I'm coming at you with my latest video review for the latest big time title to come off the Nintendo Wii U. I got it on launch day. It is my latest addition to the Wii U library, if we're talking physical games, that is. And that is none other than this bad boy right here, Hyrule Warriors. Hope you guys are enjoying this brand new video quality. Anyways, before I get into the review, I just want to say a couple of announcements. First of all, for those of you who don't know, I had a gaming tragedy over the last couple of weeks, but has recently turned into a gaming triumph. What that is a couple of weeks ago, my wife was watching TV, so I wanted to play some Wii U on the gamepad. So I started cycling through what games I want to play. I said, you know what, I want to play some Mario 3D World, man. I can never get enough of that game. So I go and I pop the disc into the Wii U, and all of a sudden, the little icon for Mario 3D World comes up on my gamepad. I go and I tap it, and it tells me, unable to read disk. Please eject the disk, clean it, try again. If this problem persists, look up this error code on NintendoSupport.com. No. Take it out. It's spotless. Nothing's wrong with it. So I clean it again just to make sure, put it back in. Invalid disk. Again, invalid disk. Nothing's wrong with that disc. It has no scratches, no chips, no nothing. It's perfect. It's pristine. It doesn't work. I don't have Mario 3D World. My game of the year for 2013, I do not have. Oh wow, I went crazy, man. But then whatever. What ended up happening was that we were also wrapped up in a situation with Nintendo support, where we had sent my son's 2DS in to get fixed, and it's been taking a while. And because of the delay, they offered to do it for free. So no $80 repair charge, absolutely free. They ended up charging us anyways. I called to get it straightened down. They said, no, you're absolutely right. We weren't supposed to charge you. We can send you a check for the $80. It'll take a couple of days to get there, or we could just credit your eShop account. Now my wife said, why don't you just have them credit the account? I said, perfect. I'm not going to argue. So $80 on my eShop account. I went and I got Mario 3D World back. So that's the triumph right there. I kept the disc in the box there just to have a physical representation in my collection, but I have the actual working copy digitally on my terabyte hard drive, and I've been playing the hell out of it. Anyways, after that, what else to announce? For those of you who may have been wondering, I did indeed start Full Sail University for my Bachelor's in Science Game Art program. Man, I was in front of a computer for 10 hours on Saturday, finishing my first assignment, my first homework assignment. So yeah, man, it's hectic. It's a lot of work. I got to go on there today and see this is week 2 right now. I got to go see all the new assignments that are available and get cracking on that, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You got to do what you got to do to chase your dream. Anyways, get into the review. Hyrule Warriors. This game, if I can classify it as one such heading or title, it would be the single-handed, most incredibly gigantic overachievement in recent Nintendo history, if not in the history of Nintendo. And I say that because it's a tremendous overachievement, because if you think back, a year ago, roughly, we saw the first footage of this game in a Nintendo Direct. Shocked the hell out of us. It was like a surprise from Nintendo, showing us that they're doing games, just doing new stuff, trusting other companies with some of their most treasured IPs to make spin-offs or collaborative games or whatever. Awesome. We see the trailer and we were all blown away. We're all like, oh, this is awesome. This is great. Yada, yada, yada. Then we find out more information about it. Oh, it's going to be a Dynasty Warriors type game with the Legend of Zelda universe. We see some more trailers. Graphics don't look that good at that point. We find out it's Dynasty Warriors. We're very familiar with most people are very familiar with the Dynasty Warriors style of play. So it's not that there's any bad stuff or negative stuff for the hype to come down. It's just that now we know more about it, we're more familiar, and so the hype starts to come down. Then a couple of weeks before launch, they really hit it hard this year with advertising. I saw commercials for Hyrule Warriors all over TV, which was awesome. I saw Nintendo Directs and trailers with downloadable content and various characters that you could play as, footage. All this, and the graphics were beautiful. HD, everything looked amazing. Massive hype. Game drops. Big lines all over the World Nintendo Store in New York, blocks long. You know, a lot of hype. Sold very well in Japan. Here it comes and it drops here in the United States. And the game is everything that we thought it was going to be. It is a hack and slash beat 'em up game in the Dynasty Warriors formula. Same exact type of gameplay, same type of gameplay mechanics. with Legend of Zelda characters in the Legend of Zelda universe. Very familiar. Everything we thought it was going to be. No real surprises. And it's epic, addicting, impossible to put down, engrossing, and the multiplayer, the co-op multiplayer is to die for. It is just, you get engaged, man. Me and my wife played through the whole game together. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's an overachievement, because it was just supposed to be this. So, you know, cool little holdover till the real Zelda comes out. We know exactly what it's going to be like. But wow, we know it's going to be like this. And we can't stop playing it. And it's #1 selling right now in the eShop. That's what I'm talking about. The game is, as I said, a classic hack and slash beat 'em up type of game when it comes to the gameplay and the progression through the levels, where you play as, you know, certain characters in the Zelda universe. You go out into the open field, and you progress through each level, whether it be an open field or a dungeon or whatever, by heading from section to section, wiping out waves of enemies and armies with over-the-top combos, amazing weapons and moves, and very, you know, special magical moves, or big-time high-impact moves that do a lot of fan service to the Legend of Zelda fans. You know, a lot of things you'll see in there that'll make you crack a smile, because they'll be like, oh wow, that's from Majora's Mask, or oh man, that's from Wind Waker, or that's from Twilight Princess, or whatever. Awesome, man. It was just fan service for the Zelda fan. Amazingly done. It's like a big love letter to Zelda fans. But yeah, you progress through each level, going from section to section, taking over key holds and areas of the map until the bosses appear, and then you fight the bosses, and it progresses a story like that. The story of the game is actually very well thought out. You tell me a better, more cohesive way to get all 3 eras of time that have nothing to do with each other, except for the legendary hero and Ganon and Zelda. But the times themselves and the places have nothing to do with each other. From Twilight Princess to Skyward Sword to Ocarina of Time. Those 3. How do you get them 3 together? The story here in this game does it very well. And it just makes it so that there's an ancient evil that's been awakened, and there's this witch named Sia, and she's basically sending hordes of monsters out into Hyrule to awaken this evil. And in doing so, to protect the land from this evil, Zelda has to find the legendary hero Link, and they need help from the different heroes throughout different eras of time. They all have to come together and battle together against this new evil, because all eras of time are going to be affected if this evil power takes over. So it works perfectly. You see Skyloft, you see Twilight Field, you see Hyrule Field, you see Death Mountain. It's just so awesome when you see all those lands come together. Midna, Darunia, Princess Ruto, Lana, Abigail, Zelda, Link, Impa. All these characters are there and playable throughout the story. And you just go through amazing locations in the Legend of Zelda universe, battling hordes of familiar enemies, all leading up to your final battle, or so you think. Spoiler alert for those who don't want to see. I'm going to go a little bit in depth in this review. You go to your final battle with Sia, and when you defeat Sia, you realize she's working to free Ganon. And when she frees Ganon, Ganon basically casts her aside, like, I don't need you anymore. And Ganon completes the 4 pieces of his spirit together and becomes unstoppable. And that leads into your final battle with Ganon. But throughout that story, what's so cool is that you not only play as Link and Zelda and Impa and the good guys, but after you defeat Sia, you literally play as Ganon when he resurrects Girahim from Skyward Sword and Zant from Twilight Princess and makes them both subservient to him. And he sets up his kingdom, and he attacks Hyrule Castle, and you play as the bad guys. And you take over as the bad guys. Then you got to go back and play as the good guys again and right the wrongs and end it classic in a big-time battle between Link and his forces against Ganon. And Ganon even resorts to turning into Pig Ganon form as he turns into a giant hog, you know, just endowed with power and just rampaging throughout the entire field. It's an awesome, epic final battle. Controls are spot on, whether you use the gamepad or the Wii U controller, Wii Controller Pro. What else? Co-op play. I'll say this about the co-op play. A lot of people noticed it. It's hard to miss, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they didn't really pay attention to when they were developing it. But when you do play co-op mode, meaning one player is playing with the gamepad screen and the other player is playing on the big TV screen, there is a noticeable downgrade in visual fidelity and a very noticeable drop in frame rate at first. But as you go playing through it, let's say you play, once it starts, you notice it right away. You're like, wow, this game doesn't look anywhere near as pretty as it did 5 seconds ago. And it's not playing as smooth and as fast. It's not breaking. It's not game breaking. Don't get me wrong, but it is noticeable. And then as you start playing it, the frame rate, I don't know if it ever goes back up to 60 frames or whatever it was originally, but it creeps up towards it again, and you begin to feel the game smoother, faster than when you first noticed that bump, and a little bit clearer in the textures. So it takes an initial hit in both those areas and then rises up a little bit more. Still not as good as when you're playing a single player, but it does not take away. Believe me when I tell you, I am not damage controlling because I don't do that junk. I am telling you, it takes away nothing from the immersiveness and just how enthralled you will be with the co-op mode if you play it with a friend. It is an amazing experience. Awesome. I mean, my wife and I put combinations together of characters that never should have been. Okay? We had a dream team of Ganon and Dark Link together just whooping on everybody. Awesome, man. Awesome. The levels range in everything from, like I said, Hyrule Field, Hyrule Castle, Twilight Field, Elden Volcanoes, you go to Skyloft, you go to, so many places, Lake Hylia. You go all over these locales in the Legend of Zelda universe. Oh, you go to the sealed grounds from Skyward Sword and fight the imprisoned. I mean, it's awesome, dude. You gotta check it out if you're a Zelda fan. There is no better fan service for a Zelda fan than Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. Like I said, the controls are great. When I talk about the presentation as far as the graphics, the cinematics are beautiful. Beautifully done. And yes, they have text bubbles. And no one cares because this is Zelda. Zelda has always been like this. It works. It is engrossing. The cinematics draw you in. The story is well written and well told. The gameplay and mechanics are spot on. A beautiful fusion between Koei Tecmo's approach to the Zelda universe and Nintendo's classic tried and true tight controls. It just works, man. It works, and I could see several iterations of this game. I could see a sequel to Hyrule Warriors. That's how good it was. So we got a lot of downloadable content coming within the next couple of weeks throughout the next year. There's an actual season pass for the game. You have weapons, new game modes, not just, levels. You have levels, you have characters, you have costumes, you have weapons, but you got new game modes coming, which one I'm convinced is probably going to be an online co-op mode because it has to be done. But anyways, man, that's my review for the game. It is a must-have if you are a Nintendo fan. It is a must-have if you are a Zelda fan. And if you own a Wii U and you're looking for something to take your attention away from Mario Kart 8 and still waiting for Bayonetta 2 and Smash Brothers, and you've had your fill of Mario 3D World and things like that, Hyrule Warriors is a beast, man. Get it. It is most definitely worth your money. It is #1 selling on the eShop right now for a reason, people. And it's going to stay like that for a while. I'm telling you, this game is going to sell a lot more than people think it is because of the season pass and the worthwhile downloadable content that's coming down the pipe for it, man. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Your boy ReezonOticz has not forgotten about y'all. I just been really busy, man. First, I started with the workouts. Now I got to cut back on the workouts because I got school. My schedule is just crazy right now. Got the wife and kids first and foremost. Getting my life right with God as trying to get back on that beaten path, trying to follow the Lord Jesus Christ the way I'm supposed to. So I'm back in my church, back and reading the word and prayer and all that, and actually haven't been this happy in a long time. And then there's my wife and kids, which are right there and require everything that I got. And then there's work and there's school, man. So the workouts got to take a cut down. It is what it is, man. And the videos too, man. But I'll be around, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. This is what we do. Hyrule Warriors, go out there and cop that. Bayonetta 2's coming and looking beastly. Don't let the sales numbers, the negative spin they put on the sales numbers, which are actually quite good sales numbers, fool you. The game looks amazing, man. And Smash Brothers. Woo! God bless y'all. Peace.